Hey, welcome to Red State Update. My name's Jackie Bros.
My name's Dunlap. I wake up every morning and go, time to be handsome.
What?
Now it's time for you to be handsome, Jackie.
Well, my handsome days are way behind me if I ever had any, and I'm not sure that I did.
Yeah, but that's all true. I know you're being self-deprecating, but it's the God's honest truth.
Well, I ain't lying. I just not be self whatever. It's just the truth of what it is. Yeah.
People need to. A lot of folks listen to this, and they're not watching it. We've started filming these.
Yeah.
And so you can watch us on YouTube, or you can go see little clips of us on all the other things.
Well, it's on TikToks, it's grams, chachis, it's something, another one, tunes or something. I don't know. I can't keep up.
What is it?
I don't know. Tunes.
And so also we have started filming our 20 extra minutes.
Oh, yeah. That's over on our Patreon page. Yeah, and people go over there. We appreciate your support. Thank you. Kindly helps us do all this stuff and get it out there, and all the machines and the microphones and the cords and all that. And if you want to give us $1 a month, that's fine. But if you want to give us a little extra, say $5
$5
a month.
That won't get you a McDonald's anymore.
No, I won't even get a McDonald's. McDonald's, you ain't getting out of McDonald's now. If you got it, me and you go to McDonald's, it's $30. Where it used to be, I don't know, how long ago was it when it was just,
It used to be $3 for a meal.
Yeah, now it's 30, me and you both.
This
$30.
This is in case, if you're young, this is, maybe you hadn't talked to your parents in a while. Yeah. This is like that. And if you're old, well, it's just like listening to your thoughts in your head.
Well, that's what, but we want to make it clear that this podcast is for young people, definitely.
Yeah.
That don't talk to their mom and dad.
Yeah. I'll be your mama.
Or if you do talk to your mom and dad, that's fine. You can have extra mom and dad to talk to, I guess.
That's true.
But listen to your don't listen to, if your parents tell you something to do other than what we tell you, do what your real parents tell you to do. Not on here. Don't do what any podcast tells you to do.
I don't know. Some of these kids, mamas and daddies, ignorant as hell.
Well,
they deserve a smack in the mouth.
And some of the kids are ignorant as hell. Whether they listen to us or the parents, ain't nothing going to do them no good. That's just what it is. That's the way the world is.
Apple don't fall far from the tree. You got two ignorant parents. What do you think's going to happen to you? Yeah. More than likely, you're going to be an ignorant asshole too.
Yeah, probably so.
But if you're an ignorant asshole with $5 extra, come on over to our Patreon page. It's patreon.com/Red State Update and give us $5 a month and you get 20 extra minutes with Jackie and Dunlap every weekish.
Yeah, well, pretty much every week.
Pretty much.
And a lot of times it goes over. You definitely going to get 20 minutes, but a lot of time we'll talk for 30 minutes, 35 minutes, 4 or 5 minutes, a few times, a couple hours. You never know.
Who knows? Listen, let me tell you, maybe you ain't been, maybe you're a former Patreon of us. Maybe you ain't been over there in a while. Maybe it's been years. Folks, I just want to give you a taste of what we're up to over there. We are on the verge of hearing music from Skip Stevenson. Comedian, remember Skip Stevenson?
A real comedian, a long time ago, long dead.
Over there on the Patreon, we talked about his Crystals commercials.
Yeah.
He lived in Nashville.
Yeah.
He was wanted to be a country singer, songwriter, and comedian. He put out a record that I don't think actually came out that was of him. Half of it was country music songs, half of it was comedy.
Yeah.
And we have finally found, thanks to our friend, Patreoner, Stephen Volcano.
Yes, they give us $5.
Yeah, we should send him a check.
Yeah.
He found a copy of this on eBay. I never got around to setting up my alerts. And he found a copy of this. He's paid I won't even tell you how much he paid. It's an exorbitant amount.
Too much
for him.
Anybody?
I'm not saying it's too much for him. Hell, he ain't got $200. Hell,
I don't know how much I'm saying it ain't worth that much. More than likely. I mean, I want to hear it, and I'm sure it's fine. But ain't no record of music worth $200, is it?
What if Hank Williams come out with a new record?
I ain't paying $200 for it.
What if he's dead singing on it?
He is dead.
Singing on a record?
You can't sing when you're dead. That
You
don't
don't
make
know
any
that?
sense. That's AIs does that. That's AIs make dead people come back and sing, and I don't like it. All them like, oh, Beatles back together. I said, no, Beatles been dead. One of them died, a heart attack or something. The other wasn't shot. I don't know what they all dead from, but they ain't alive no more. And I mean, they say it. I ain't saying I'm happy about it, but they don't need to be getting back together. The two old ones and the other are AIs. I don't like it. I know I wouldn't give no money for it. That's fake.
So you don't think if you could hear an AI Hank Williams sing new songs that he wrote about being dead,
Well,
you wouldn't pay $200 for it?
No, I ain't paying $200. Now, I like that Randy Travis that he's AIs now, and that's fine. But I said, I ain't going to pay that $200 to listen to robots sing for him. I mean, I like it. Robots sound just like him, and that's good. I like the way Randy Travis sings, but I ain't paying that robot $200. Hell, I ain't paying Randy Travis $200. You put out a song, put out a tape or something, what, you pay $15, $10, $15. That's what you get. Little cassette tape, put it in the car, listen to it. That's $10, $15. It's still going to wear out. You have to buy another one, depending on what it is.
You go down to Goodwill, get them for 50 damn cents.
Yeah.
You don't need to pay. Nobody buy a tape anymore anyway. Music is completely devalued by the giant tech corporations and the AI robots. So
what's it? Spotify. What is that now?
What is it?
Spotify. That's all the music. Everybody listens to it on Spotify. Well, they give money for killing people or something. Now.
The man who owns it is a strange, bald Norwegian, I think. I don't know. I don't want to look into it too much because I'm afraid he'll use his computer powers to see me snooping and send a drone over to my house because he invested in a company that makes drones to do war.
Yeah.
War drones.
So all them bands, music you like to listen to, that money go to help make more drones, right?
He doesn't pay them nothing.
Well, they don't. I know it.
You
the money,
get paid shit, and then you go, he takes that money that should go to Melissa Etheridge and instead goes to a damn war drone that maybe can also sing Come to Your Window, Come to My Window. What's that song?
I don't know. I like her. She said, somebody bring me some water.
Yeah.
Somebody bring me a water. She's thirsty all the
time.
Make
me thirsty to hear that.
I know it. Makes you want, it gets you want to. Every time I hear somebody bring me a water, I want to bring me one too. Thank you for asking. Give me one. I'm thirsty.
So listen to us on Spotify. You can get our podcast over there, plus some of our old music.
Listen somewhere else. If you listen to it there, it's going to help make drones. Go listen to it somewhere else.
I am going to try to upload the video portion on Spotify and see if anybody listens to it there. If he's going to make money off of drones, then we deserve at least to get a listener or two off of it.
I guess.
Maybe that drone will be playing us when it comes for you. That's how it gets you to open. You hear a knock on the door, and then you have, that's Jackie Brawls, and you open the door and go, oh, Jackie. And it's the podcast, and then zap, you're done.
Listen, sponsor guys, you do try to do that for me, my boys, I tell you, I'll sue you, just like President Trump. Suing everybody. I'll get on that suing bandwagon if you use my voice to drone somebody.
I thought you said you were going to say you'd shoot them. Like if a drone come to your house.
No, well, if a drone come to my house, yeah.
Daniel X or whatever his name is.
No, it ain't me. If it's a drone come to my house using my voice, I hey, it's Jackie. And I said, no, hell no, I'm Jackie. I ain't letting you in.
What if it's a skinwalker?
Well, what?
What if it's a paranormal event?
What the hell are you talking about?
What if it's a skinwalker impersonating your voice so you'll be...
What a skinwalker? I don't know what that is.
Well, you just got to read more Supernatural Reddit.
I don't need to read none of it.
So that's patreon.com/Red State Update. $5 a month gets you 20 extra minutes with Jackie and Dunlap every week. So that sounds like you're getting 20 extra minutes a month. No, you're getting like 80 extra minutes a month.
Oh, yeah, it all adds up. Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Yeah.
Every week, more or less.
So that's our commercial. Jackie, you did a good job of talking to people and telling them to send us money, and also talking about Spotify, which we probably shouldn't be on. And you did real good. So now I'm going to let you, because you did so good, and it's time to get handsome, I'm going to let you have first pick at telling us what horrible story to talk about.
It's all terrible.
Well, you get to choose.
Which way? I can't even choose which one's the worst. What's worse than the other one?
Pick the worst one. Pick the worst one.
No, they're all terrible. The worst one is that ICE grabbing people out of their homes, sending them down to El Salvador, and they're getting tortured 3 times a day. That's the worst.
Well, what about the damn
people with no criminal history at all whatsoever being shipped down there? There's a prisoner swap, so now we're learning this. We already let Garcia out. That's here in Tennessee. They're having a trial for him. And then they let the prisoner swap let 200 out and all that. There's a fella been down there, had a tattoo. I said, well, that's a gang tattoo. You belong in El Salvador prison, and you deserve to be tortured 3 times a day because you got this tattoo. Turned out it was an autism awareness tattoo because his brother got autism. And, of course, that may have been why JFK Jr. wanted to send him there. I don't know. But it seemed like he'd send his brother there before he sent him there. But if he had a tattoo about it, so be it. I don't know. But anyway, he's out, thank God. Him and some other people getting out. And the stores they're telling there, yeah, morning, noon, and night, you wake up being beat on, lunchtime beat on, in the evening beat on. And I guess people trying to make a new life for themselves and, a little late on some paperwork here and there, trying to do everything. They show up to court to make sure they're doing everything right they're supposed to do. To get a green card, to live in this country, work hard, raise a family here in the country of the freedom, in the United States, and jerk them out and send them down there to be tortured 3 days a week. Oddly, 3 times a week, 3 times a day. Pitiful.
Maybe that is a gang tattoo, though.
What?
The gang of human kindness.
Yeah.
The gang of caring family members. But to Stephen Miller, that's just as bad. That's just as bad as being like a criminal gang.
I don't care what the tattoo is. It's the color of the skin that the tattoo goes on. That's what's going to determine. You have Mickey Mouse, you can have scripture, you can have whatever the hell it is. It don't matter. It's a gang tattoo if you got brown skin. You're going down there. We're going to pick you up, take you out. And they'll wake you up and put you to sleep with beating the hell out of you. That's what you deserve. Hell.
Stephen Miller does not look at the color of a man's autism awareness tattoo.
No.
He looks at the content of the color of the man's skin.
There you go.
We keep saying, why would they? Oh, look at them. They said it was a gang tattoo, but it's autism awareness. But that's just the reason for that. Like, there's no, if they had known it was autism awareness, they would have thrown him in the thing too. You think they didn't know? How the heck? We're like, oh, what a mistake. They just saw a brown person and said it was a gang tattoo. Yeah, they saw the brown person first. They didn't see the gang tattoo first. They saw a brown person. They're like, tell them that's a gang tattoo. I'm surprised they even went that far, because there's lots of folks that they've been rounded up and tossed in the clink in another country, and it ain't got nothing to do with the damn tattoo.
No, and there's veterans that they're picking up who tell them, like, I'm a U.S. citizen. Here's my veteran. They don't give a damn. Hey, I'll sort that out later after I throw you in a cage.
Stephen Miller said, I want to get rid of people who ain't white.
Yep.
He wants to get rid of people in this country who ain't white. He's starting with immigrants who may not have all the papers that somebody named Stephen Miller has decided you need. But after that, who knows what reasons they're going to come up with. And obviously, they ain't really even sticking to that reason. They just want to get rid of people. We're like, oh, it's the cruelness and the meanness, which is part of it. I'm sure he enjoys that. But mainly, it's just like, get rid of them. And ain't got to. Why is he getting rid of all people with kids and all? Because he said get 10,000 out of the country this week.
Yeah.
He don't give a shit.
They shipped out an 82-year-old man. Then his family didn't know where he was. You look it up news and all this stuff. So they end up getting a call from ICE saying, sorry, he died in captivity, which, of course, we're hearing about that more and more people doing. Family devastated, of course. Then they called back and said, no, he ain't dead. He's shipped over to wherever. We sent him to it. So it's just when you don't have due process, all you got is a bunch of mess, a bunch of the families, the people sitting in, it's horrible for them. It's horrible for this country. It's horrible for everybody involved except for Stephen Dan Miller, I guess. And if anybody deserves to be put in a cage with 35 other people in a hot sweltering of Florida, it's that man.
But they ain't 35 other people deserve to be put in there with him.
Nope.
I don't care, Ed Gein. It don't matter.
Nope.
Round up history's worst monsters. They don't deserve to be put in a cage with Stephen Miller.
Not at all. No.
There's limits. I think Stephen Miller, everything he says is just backing up the fact that he's a terrible racist.
Yeah.
He's a terrible racist, and he wants to get rid of people in this country that aren't white. He said, oh, get rid of all the workers in the fields so that money can go to damn white people. It'd be a wealth transfer. We're giving all this money to illegal immigrants out in the fields, and when really we could be giving it to the people without jobs in Kansas who are white. Why don't you just take the billions of dollars you're spending on rounding people up and just pay a decent wage to begin with?
Yeah.
Like, why don't you give subsidies to farmers, or they used to. Just call it Feeding America bullshit or something like that. It doesn't matter. If you wanted to do that, you could do it. You could do it. You could just pay the people who are here, save everybody a lot of trouble. And then maybe if they had a decent living wage, and you say that white people from Kansas are going to want to do it too, then maybe the people who already are doing it maybe there could be a program, an internship program. Maybe there's lots of ways to pay people more. If the money people don't want to do it, then just have the government do it with the billions of dollars you're spending to put people in jail. But that's just a thing, he says, to confuse you or make you clouded in your own mind about whether or not what is happening is just about getting brown people out of the country. Because that's what it is about.
Yeah.
For now. Maybe soon it'll be black people out of the country. Who knows? Once you get the ball rolling, it's hard to say where it's going to stop.
Well, they just got all Medicaid. ICE got access to all. All the government just handed ICE all over this Medicaid stuff, so they know everybody's health stuff. Now, as far as I know, I don't think if you're undocumented, there ain't no damn way you can get Medicaid. Ain't no damn way. I'm sorry, I don't care who tells you what that they're taking. No, you can't. You can't get Social Security, can't get Medicaid if you're undocumented. So why are they getting all that information for? What they need that for? Who they planning on shipping out with the Medicaid information? That's all people that live here. So you tell me what they're doing with it.
They'll tell you themselves.
They will when they show up over your house, yeah.
None of this stuff, everybody gets mad. Like, oh, these people are taking something from me. That's because, listen, I like going to stores. I like Targets. I like Walmarts. I like big stores with a lot of stuff. I like fancy, colorful products made of plastic by slave labor in China. I like it all. I'm a capitalist. But part of the reason everybody is like, they're stealing from me. They're stealing from me. It's the rich people is who you're really bad at.
Yeah.
And then, like, listen, I ain't going Mario on nobody. Or is it Luigi?
Is it one of the two? I don't know. Yoshi.
You're blaming people and getting mad at them and shipping them into prisons when they don't deserve to be in jail for a bunch of reasons that people are feeding you that ain't the real reasons at all. Or you're somebody who wants to put the brown people in jail and have them suffer and don't give a shit, and you're looking for an excuse for that.
Yeah.
But either way, there's no reason for these people to be in jail. And the main cause of your discontent is a bunch of rich people at the top who's made your life miserable, and ain't nobody ever get mad at them except, handsome Italians. Time to get handsome, Jackie. Come on now.
All right.
What do you think about, let's see, I got a list here of horrors. So from the list of horrors, we've already talked about autism tattoo.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Thank God he's got out. Hopefully he'll get back here to stay. I think they got the prisoner exchange is underway, and at least they're out of the torture prison at the moment. So good for them. Yeah.
None of these are good words we're saying.
Nope.
They're all bad words.
Yeah.
You're just stringing them together, and it doesn't even sound like something that should happen in reality. It's like a nightmare. LGBTQ plus suicide line shut down.
Yeah.
But the people who shut it down are the people who make them want to kill themselves. That's it. That's my take.
Well, that's pretty much all you need on that. Yep. There it is.
Is it not enough for you to make gay people want to kill themselves, you've also got to take away the suicide hotline. That's petty. It's monstrous, but it's petty too. Like, well, you could let them have that. But no, this again is people who don't want gay people, queer people here in this country. They want to get them out because they don't like. They're not against. Like, listen, if Stephen Miller were gay, secretly gay, publicly gay, it's not these gay Republicans. They don't care about being gay. Like, they can be gay, secretly gay, have some fun on a weekend, fondly remember a camp experience, whatever. It's just mainly get rid of people you don't like.
Yeah.
And then you can also use that. You can turn people against gay people and use that to get them to stay mad at other people instead of you, the rich people.
Well, who the hell is Peter? What's his name? Thiel.
Peter Thiel.
He gave them all the money, didn't they? Up there, they're taking money from him, and he gay. Don't he like put what?
He wants the robots to take over human beings.
Yeah, but doesn't he inject himself with like humans? Whatever to stay young or something like that.
What were you going to say?
I don't know what it is.
What was the word you were about to say?
I don't know what
it sounded like sperm to me.
I was not going to say that at all. No.
You were not going to say the word sperm?
No, I wasn't going to. Why would I say that? He takes DNA or something, I don't know, something from young people and injects it in him. I wasn't going to say that. I'm still not saying it. I don't know what the hell you're talking about. It ain't got nothing to do with him being gay or whatever. It's just he crazy as hell on top of it.
He is crazy.
They got gay people ain't crazy. This man is crazy.
No, people are crazy.
To be gay. Yeah.
Yeah, people are crazy and also gay. But gay people are not crazy. Peter Thiel is crazy. He wants the robots to take over.
Yep.
He injects himself with something. You don't know what it is, apparently, but Jackie was insinuating something.
I wasn't insinuating the word you said. That still ain't. No, I wouldn't do that. No.
Would you say the word splooge?
No. I don't even know what that is.
That's a weird transition, but would you like to talk about Jeffrey Epstein and Trump's friendship? There's a couple of articles. New York Times had an article come out about Jeffrey Epstein and Donald Trump friendship over the years. It's heartwarming, really. We don't hear enough stories about male friendship these days. You know, there's a epidemic of loneliness that's hitting the American male. And here you've got two strong leaders of business. I'm just trying to come up with the best case scenario for this. Two business leaders, strong male role models for pedophiles, I guess. If you're a pedophile, you're looking for a role model. Here's two. President Donald Trump, president twice, ran for president 3 times, complete support of the Republican Party, won twice, elected by the American people, pedophile. And Jeffrey Epstein, convicted. Was he convicted of? What was he convicted of? Literally, just trafficking,
sex trafficking, whatnot, and young girls and whatnot. Yeah, him and Lexwell or whatever her name is. She's sitting in prison right now, but evidently there wasn't any sex trafficking. Is what they're saying now.
Well, that's right. Trump's saying everybody who works for him.
Also, he's saying he's boring. He's boring. Y'all bored with this yet? Y'all still going on about it. When he called people who still care about the Epstein, they're weak, right? He's tired of these weak people going on about Epstein. He said, I'm tired of boring the hell out of everybody and all this. Plus, there ain't no list, but there is a list. And the one that there is, that of course ain't a real one, but the one that is Obama, Hillary, who else? Biden, they all made it up. And why people want to invest so much energy in something Obama made up, I don't know. He don't know. It just won't let it go. Yeah.
He's basically saying it's like fan fiction, and they're shipping Donald Trump and the sex trafficked young girls, which is not happening. I wish I didn't know anything about this.
Same here.
I am not in favor of learning more about this, but I am in favor of Donald Trump going down in flames.
Well, if he did this stuff, it belonged in damn jail, just like everybody else. Jeffrey Epstein belonged in jail, and he was in there until they lost 4 minutes or 3 minutes of the video. Somebody went in there and killed him. Yeah, he killed himself, right. I believe that. Where's the video at? I don't know. Something went wrong. What happened? Who knows? It's boring. I'm bored with this. Enough. Change the channel. Get something else to read. I'm tired of it. Hell.
3 minutes is a long time.
Yeah, it is.
That's a whole damn music video.
Well, yeah. How many people can you kill in 3 minutes, let alone one pedophile? I don't know. Hell.
I mean, it depends on if you've been practicing.
Well, now they got this note or whatever, something birthday note, and they all know. Obviously, Trump is all in these files. Otherwise, they would have put them out like they said they would for how many damn years now, over and over again. So he's all in them. Everybody knows it. How much he is, how less he is, that we don't know. I don't want to get sick to my stomach, but whatever. But now he going to sue him. I'm going to sue Wall Street Journal. I'm suing Rupert Murdoch. By God, I'm going to sue him. Then reading he's suing him, let me tell you, because when he sues people thus far, people just give him money. That ABC, clearly in the right. Would have gone to court over that. Trump would have never got a dime. Here you go. Let's give it to it. CBS, clearly could have beat him in court. It was not a case. Every lawyer said this is a bunch of bull. Here, take that money. We'll fire Colbert too. Sure, I know he makes you mad. We're going to fire him. We fired the Smothers Brothers for Nixon. We'll fire Colbert for you. Yes, sir, with CBS. Yeah, right. Uh-huh. But he ain't thinking clearly about suing them there, because if he does sue them and it goes to trial, they're going to have what they call discovery. He said, because he said himself, well, I can't wait to get old Rupert Murdoch up on there. Well, guess who else going to be up there? You going to be sitting up there. If they don't just hand you over the money like everybody else does, which I guess they ain't going to, because Trump begged Rupert Murdoch not to put this out, I guess, for a week or two before it finally come out. He said, oh, no, you ain't going to do this, you ain't going to do it. Of course, he got a safe face, he going to sue him. But if he does, he going to wind up in the witness stand too. And part of discovery, he said, well, we're going to need to see this picture. We're going to need probably a lot of other stuff in the Epstein files we're going to need for this. Let's get it all here. So you looking forward to that, Trump? Go for it. I'm sure that'll be entertaining for all of us. Hell, but I don't think they just going to cough up the money, or they already would have done it. I don't know what's going on, because they sure as hell went ahead and published it after he said, don't do it, please don't do it. I'm going to come get you this and that. So obviously they can back it up, or they wouldn't have done it. So yeah, what is a picture of? He said he draw hairs on it or something, and he's naked and all this
He
stuff.
said he's never drawn a picture before, which I'm pretty sure he's at least drawn like a picture of a dollar sign and like his face in the middle of it or something. I'm pretty much sure he drew. Like, I don't know if he has like a wish board. He's like, oh, I want to be in Home Alone 2, and he draws a picture of himself with Macaulay Culkin. But he's definitely drawn boobs. He's definitely drawn dicks. He's definitely drawn balls, boobs, and dicks.
I don't want to know about
He figured out somehow how to sign his name so it looks like pubic hair. All right? He's done. I'm not saying he went to art school, but he at least figured out how to draw his name on a woman's hoo-ha.
All right. Well, 5 minutes after he said, I don't ever, what is it? He don't say he don't write
pictures.
Right. All these pictures coming out that he did, which, he ain't really much of a drawer, I guess, because they all look silly to me. Look like something a 3-year-old, you put that picture up on the refrigerator or something when they come home from school, or what it looked like to me. But of course, with Trump, you got to pay how many $1,000s for it, whatever. But so we know it done pictures. But either way, of course, this stuff's true. We all know it is. There's video of them. Like you said, the damn thing, they've been friends for 15 damn years. Well, of course he did this stuff. It's horrible stuff that he's been accused of repeatedly, forever. Everybody's just out to get him, ain't they? Everybody just out to get him. If he were innocent, he would have put those files out as quick as he could have. And you're saying, oh, well, they never would have, Democrats would have done it already to get him and all that. I don't know how the FBI, how they have this evidence been sitting there, who decides to put it out, when they get it out, all that stuff. Hell, evidently they don't either. Right now, Pam Bondi don't know what to do. Well, send her to Alcatraz. We got to do something with her. what the hell taking a tour of Alcatraz? We're thinking about opening this up. Well, why don't you give us the Epstein file, then open up Alcatraz afterwards or whatnot? But anyhow, Trump people mad as hell about it. Some of them are anyway. We'll see how. Some of them are at Cowtown saying, oh, I don't need to hear about it anymore. And then other people going, up your and this and that. And I had it with this. But you see video people burning their little MAGA hats, all this stuff.
That's toxic.
Yeah.
Don't breathe that.
Yeah, well.
You know, maybe it was listen, I don't want to give anybody ideas, and I'm sure somebody's already said this anyway, but maybe there's a case to be made, like when you go, like Black Klansman, when you go undercover, like in a hate group or with a drug gang or something, you know, maybe he went undercover as a pedophile to catch other pedophiles. Now, like, what if it comes out that I'm saying this like, people don't believe this. People already believe this. I'm talking like I'm making, let's see if this is a bit. Let's see if this is anything. No, do people really think that he was working undercover with Jeffrey, like to take down Jeffrey Epstein, who is also an Israeli agent? Is that what also people think? That's
right. They're also saying they're covering up for Israel and all that stuff. Yeah, who the hell knows? You know? I don't know. We don't care. Bill Clinton's on there. I don't care who the hell's on there. They don't deserve. They need to go to jail. If they hurt children, then they need to go to jail. I would hope that the Trump people would feel the same way, but we know that ain't the case.
You know the Pinkard and Bowden song, "Elvis Was a Narc," where Elvis took all the pills to keep other people from taking them.
Oh yeah,
it could be a similar situation.
What?
I don't like thinking about it or talking about it.
Yeah.
But here's a place where you won't be hearing about it is on PBS or NPR or Sesame Street. Well, good that it's not on. It shouldn't be on Sesame Street.
Yeah, like Tommy Tuberville. I heard him talk about this. You know, Republicans took billions of dollars out of PBS and public broadcasting, NPR and stuff. Tuberville's up there going, well, farmers don't need that. And they might not need Sesame Street. He right about that. They may not listen to NPR. But let me tell you what, Sesame Street, NPR are going to be just fine. They're going to be all right. People going to give them enough money. They're going to be around. I tell you who ain't going to be around are all these rural radio stations. And this makes me mad personally. Let me tell you why. Now, these serve local news all the time. They do all sorts of things, weather reports, all this, especially in rural areas, small radio stations. They rely on this funding too, and they're going to be gone. And the one thing I'm mad is going to be gone, and I'm really mad about, is Swap and Shop. Local Swap and Shop radio stations. I love Swap and Shop. I don't care if I'm traveling, whatever. I find out what the local, where's my Swap and Shop at. I want to listen to it. I want to hear what kind of deals they got. That's all going to be gone. Some of them said if we stay open, we won't be able to keep two people on. So all your local news, all your local weather, all your little, some of them church broadcasts, all that's gone too. So yeah, you may not like NPR, you may not like Big Bird, but hell, who don't like Swap and Shop? Tell me who don't. Hell.
What about Friday night high school football games?
Yeah, some of that's going to be gone. Yeah, they ain't going to be able to do that no more. And you know, you going to give them money. You going to go pay for them? Of course, people don't like that local stations. You heard that on, people, some of these small little stations, they have to put NPR for an hour or two, but if they were talking about COVID back in, they said, I ain't giving them no damn money. You going to shut you down on this? You lying about COVID and this and that. Hell, what's a bull? Well, you'd be fine. Farmers, like I said, you'd be fine without NPR. You'd be fine without Sesame, but they ain't going nowhere. Your local Swap and Shop, your local Farm Report, all that. See you later.
Two things, Jackie. Yeah. I don't need to hear from Tommy Tuberville about PBS. Nope. I don't need to hear from anybody who called Mr. Rogers sissy every time he's come in the room and seen him out like, that's sissy. Yeah. You're not who I want to take NPR, PBS guidance from.
Yeah.
I think if you have called the alphabet a gay slur, I don't want to hear from you. You are not the person who should be leading the hot take brigade. And have you ever heard of Facebook Marketplace?
What is it?
What you listen to Swap and Shop for? Get on damn Facebook Marketplace.
I don't want to get on Bookface or anything on computer and all the radio station. I still like radio station, but again, I like something that ain't gonna be around no more. So hell.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff ain't going to be around no more. Late night talk shows.
Medicare.
Social
Security.
And Mexicans.
Yep.
Not in this country. We are, Stephen Miller is plotting a new, I want to harp on this a little bit. Stephen Miller is deciding the future of our country. Stephen Miller, right? Okay, I could say racists are plotting the course of our country, but you know that. A lot of folks that voted for Trump know that. Republicans know that. A lot of folks, racists, sure. Okay, you're fine with that, okay? But Stephen Miller, you're not fine with. Just the way he talks, the way he looks. Maybe you're racist, but you're not Stephen Miller racist. You're like, damn, maybe I shouldn't be racist. He's like actually an ad for not being racist.
Yeah.
Because if people see him saying things they've thought, then they're going to go, something was wrong with my brain then. Because he's not somebody, I don't want to have the similar thoughts to that. What is that?
I don't know.
Well, it's Stephen Miller. And he's telling Trump what to do. He's telling... People are figuring out, I can make money off of this. Or Pam Bondi's like, okay, I can figure out. Kristi Noem has to come out and say, don't you say that they're racially profiling? How dare you say that to me? Like, what? They're not racially profiling? How could they not be racially profiling? The only way that they can say they're not racially profiling is just saying that they're not racially profiling, which is working less and less for the Trump administration. Yeah. It took years. It took years for them just saying stuff and pretending like it's true to somehow lose its efficiency. I didn't know that you could even do that, but they've done it for years.
Yeah.
They got 2 president elections out of it.
Yep.
Finally, it's not making as much sense to people who it worked on before. The spell is breaking a little bit. Now, will it come back? Yeah, probably. Is he going to win like a 3rd term? Probably, but let's just enjoy this for what it is right now. And if we can pile onto it and make it hurt a little more for them, then every time you hear somebody saying something about ICE, don't say it's Trump. Don't even say it's that human Mr. Potato Head Tom Homan. Don't say it's Kristi Noem. Say it's Stephen Miller. Stephen Miller, carry a picture. I know this is rough, but carry a picture of him around and say this person, maybe on your phone, a video where he's like, and you could go to the grocery store and it would be so much nicer without Mexicans. Or just one of those terrible rants he goes on where he loses his talking points and just goes back to his high school self and just starts, elaborating, just kind of vamping on how much he hates Mexicans. Just carry that around and say, this is who is in charge. He's pushing Trump around. Trump wants to let his rich friends have illegal immigrant labor, cheap labor. But Stephen Miller, he doesn't even care about money.
Oh.
Getting rid of Mexicans is all he cares about. We're like, how are they going to do that? Who's going to pick the fruit? Who's going to work the hotels? Stephen Miller doesn't care. He does not want them there. Everything else will work itself out. He wants white people in this country, period.
That's it, yeah.
And then when that happens, then he'll be happy. That's all he cares about. Then he'll be happy. And probably by the time that happens, so much other stuff will be horrible and miserable. It won't matter. He can just watch the flames and know that only white people are burning.
People always try to get in ICE faces and disrupt them and whatnot, which I encourage, but don't touch them. Don't get yourself thrown
just cuss them out.
Just cuss them out. But what you need to do is print up a picture, like I said, of Steve Miller's face, and this ICE say, "This is your boss. You take orders from this." Look at this. Look at this face. Y'all do whatever he says.
Because there's a lot of ICE people out there right now who are going, why are we doing this?
Yep.
There's a lot of people who maybe they got excited for pushing people around, putting on masks and throwing people in a trunk. But even they're starting to be like, well, Jesus Christ, people are not fond of this. What am I doing? National Guard said in L.A. that Trump sent troops down there to fight unrest, and they just stood around pulling their puds.
Yeah.
What are you going to do? How many times can you take a star tour? How many times can you, in your gear, ride around and look at, where Carol Burnett lived?
Yeah.
It's boring. After a while, it's boring.
Yeah, boring. And right now, they put so much money in ICE. All this stuff we talked about, getting rid of NPR, getting rid of Medicare, getting rid of all this stuff. All that money going into ICE now. And, of course, you think about all these government, they slashed down public education. That's gone now. Getting rid of all those people. They're getting rid of tons of jobs. The only job that's going to be left in this country is picking crops or working for ICE. That's going to be it. Those are the two choices of jobs in this country. Or if you're on January 6th, public speaking. That's the one job that they're doing okay with. A lot of January 6th people now making some good money, going around, talking, doing this. Although there's a few of them in jail, they can't take advantage of the opportunity to go speak on the behalf of insurrectionists around the country.
What are they in jail for?
Well, various things, but they just arrested the fourth one for child pornography. There's 4 of them that's been arrested for either a sexual assault on a child or child pornography.
You're telling me
it ain't just Trump. Yeah, some of his reporters, too, are also pedophiles.
So Trump is currently being accused, allegedly, of being a pedophile, hanging out with Stephen Epstein, king of the pedophiles. What's his name? Jeffrey Epstein.
According to Elon Musk, according to a lot of folks, according to people that know Trump really well.
And you're saying that his followers are also pedophiles?
Well, not all of them. Some of them, definitely, because they're in jail for it.
But a lot of his followers are really against pedophiles.
That's what they say.
But more and more of his followers are getting put in jail for being pedophiles.
Just keep in mind, if you voted for Trump, you voted to release pedophiles from prison. Now, this particular fella that just got arrested for this, he's upset and he's trying to fight it because the police went into his home because he was January 6th. They got a search warrant, and then they found all this child pornography in his house, and he said, no, that don't count because I was pardoned for January 6th, so no, you shouldn't put me in jail for this. You would have never known about all my child pornography if it wasn't for Trump, pardoning me. So I should be here. And of course, not all of them are child, people, child attackers or sexual assaulters. Some of them just want to kill people. There's another January 6th fella just went in jail for having a long list of Democrats and various politicians that he's planning on killing. Yeah.
And then the other ones are just making money coming speaking to like the McMinn County Republican Party, where they want to hear from them in person. And January 6ers are happy to have the chance to recast the narrative. An article I read said about January, which is true. If I were a January 6er, I would want to recast the narrative as well. And also, I'd like to make a little money talking to people who are sympathetic, because I spent a lot of time in jail.
Sure.
And where some people were sympathetic, a lot of people on TV, they say, oh, look at this, it's terrible, it's terrible. But now, with Trump back in office, January 6ers is getting a little reprieve.
Yeah.
So if Trump, the alleged pedophile, goes down, then also all these people that he let go and that he's recasting the narrative, maybe they won't have such a friend in high power anymore, and they're going to have to go back to being sort of outcasts. And they should enjoy this right now while they can.
Why would Trumpers, and I understand, it's a hard line to follow on. I don't like pedophiles. I hate them, but yet I elected a pedophile for president. January 6th, let them all out. So not only did you vote to put a pedophile in the highest ranking office of this country, you also voted to let some of them out of prison. Just the low scale, not big jet flying pedophiles. The islands, just your regular common pedophile insurrectionist that just has child pornography on his little laptop and likes to go in to take a crap in a rotunda in the Capitol as well. So just keep in mind, you helped get that man back out on the street. Good for you.
There's something I think that makes it seem worse, even though it's bad all around. Spending a bunch of obscene amounts of money to be a pedophile, to do something that terrible. You've got all the money in the world and you spending it to do something that terrible. I'm not saying rounding up illegal immigrants is the same as damn pedophilia, child abuse, assault, sexual assault on children. But, it's also spending an obscene amount of money to do something that's mean for no reason other than you want to be mean.
Yeah.
So, there's that too. Also, there's that. But I will say about the guy who said, oh, well, damn, I got pardoned, so they shouldn't have even been in my house looking for kiddie porn anyway. I will say, though, I do agree with that, because one time the cops come over to Granny's house because I was doing it for noise nuisance, because I was playing guitar real loud. I borrowed somebody's electric guitar, and I don't know how to play it, but I was figuring it out. There's YouTube. I had cranked up real loud. Granny was in Tunica, gambling trip with the old folks home. Police come in, nuisance, and then they come in and they say, all this stuff I stole from Taco Bell. And I was like, well, why'd you do? Well, just like trash cans,
why would you
signage.
Why? Would you steal taco stuff from, you talk about going in Taco Bell and stealing the stuff inside the
Yeah. Or like, the window, the clings on the glass, whatever, like new carnitas or whatever. I took some of them and I was trying to put them up. I don't know. What do you go to Taco Bell for if you ain't drunk? I was drunk. I don't remember my reasoning. But when I woke up and sobered up, I thought, hell, this is still pretty cool. Like, I'm glad I was drunk. I don't know why I did it, but I'm glad I did it. Except for the cops, because they didn't like that. I'm not saying that the child abuser is right. I'm saying I'm right in this case. Also, that's how a lot of people feel about pedophiles, Jackie. They say, some people really are against hurting kids, sexual assault, child trafficking.
Yes.
Some of these people are just against Democrats. And if you call Democrats pedophiles, that's what they mean when they say lock up the pedophiles.
Well, yeah.
They mean Democrats are pedophiles. Right. So we can get rid of them. It's safe.
Sure. Which any Democrats that are, I'm fine with that too. Bill Clinton, if he on the list, put him. I don't give a damn. Ain't nobody, fighting this. I just put it out there. Let us see it. What the hell? If I did something wrong, and let the chips fall where they may, I guess, or cards or whatever it is. Yeah.
Trump's sick though, Jackie.
Right.
He's sick. You see his hands and his feet and his face.
He ain't ever been healthy, even though his doctor told us, his alcoholic doctor told the country repeatedly, the healthiest man that ever lived, the strongest man that ever lived. That lets you know that they knew something was coming out. This Epstein, pubic hair sign, I don't even like saying it, they knew it was coming out because they would have never said he was sick about anything. Of course, his hand's all messed up. He got something on bruises all over his hand or whatever like that.
It's better to not be, a lot of cases just say, oh, this is a distraction. You go, how is this worse than the thing you're distracted from? In this case, he is being accused of being a pedophile. So I would say being sick and gross is better than being a pedophile. Yeah. But still, you got to make a choice. If you're a Trumpy, you got to either go with the sick old man or pedophile sick old man. Which one? He's either a pedophile or he's real sick.
Pick a hand, yeah.
Which hand do you want? I don't want either one of them.
No. Y'all can have both.
Yeah.
Make me sick to my stomach. There's some people saying out there he got, what is some vein disease or something is what they say.
Hold on. Chronic venous insufficiency.
Insufficiency, yeah.
That sounds too much like chronic penis insufficiency, if you ask me.
Put that in my head. It's enough sex, gross stuff going
on. I'm a doctor.
Need any extra stuff. What do you mean you're a doctor?
Dr. Dunlap. I got an honorary degree from this girl who worked in a doctor's office and stole me a bunch of prescription pads. What? And she used to call me Dr. Dunlap. And if she thought I was a doctor, then I say Trump suffers from chronic penis insufficiency.
All right. I don't want to hear the word and his name and that together. I don't want to ever hear about it again. I'm sick to my stomach about it, all this stuff. I'm tired of people out there enjoying this, too. There's people like, hey, we got... And I understand these awful people deserve some sort of, to be brought down a peg or two. I get that. And I understand justice being, wanting that to happen. But... These are young women that lives were destroyed. They will never be whole again. That these horrible people did these things to. This isn't something to be happy or gloat about. It's absolutely tragic that the man that happens to be our president is associated with these people. I would have never voted for him. He was associated with them before. Everybody knew it. Everybody saw them videos of them laughing and looking at women and all that. Everybody knew this stuff.
Well, they heard him say grab him by the pussy.
Of course they did. They hear him say something awful every day on TV.
But they're like, well, Jesus sent him down here to help us, fight the Democrats and the pedophiles. But he's He is one of
Well,
them.
there's going to be plenty of people saying, oh, this card where he drew his name like, and all that. It's just a locker room birthday card where they talk about, what is it, secrets? It's everything about it just makes your stomach turn. It's like, let's keep this, we're just alike, me and you, Jeffrey. Let's keep this wonderful secret to us. I said, what the hell are they talking about? The naked with all this stuff. It's just enough of it. Enough. Just makes me sick. Well, I just wake up, MAGA, whatever. Just enough of this. What do you want, J.D. Vance to be president? He's horrible, a terrible human being, but as far as I know, he ain't molested no children, and appears, at least until he became a vice president, or wanted to be vice president, was against Trump molesting children, and Epstein molested children. He was against that sort of thing, spoke about it regularly. We're going to get them files out, we're going to do it. And now it's like, oh, it's just, they need to leave old Trump alone. Just they picking on him.
He's got that vein disease.
Yeah, why would you just...
He's an old man. Let him be.
He hurt. Of course, some people say that. I read somewhere it ain't no vein disease. Doctor said, look at it, said, no, that's congestive heart failure, what they said. That bruise on his hand where they put... Now, I don't know.
I don't believe that.
The IV or something in his hand or whatever. His ankles are that big around, I think.
Sure.
Now, so he got... Of course, that could be gout, what I think. I don't know.
You can't have heart disease if you ain't got a heart.
Yeah, that's true. You're right about that. Hell.